Yes, 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 yes. The Batman trailer. Let me full screen for this.
Police! Hands up!
Paul Dano as the Riddler.
Stay still! Get out of here!
Fear is a tool.
Back signal.
But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Oh.
I've been trying to reach you.
Find the gun!
This is about a king, and Riddler's the match.
I can take care of myself.
Catwoman.
If this continues, it
Penguin.
won't be long before you've
Alfred.
nothing left.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa! Take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm vengeance.
What's black and blue and dead all over? You. Dear God.
I got you! I got you!
Oh. Oh, that's so sick. I'm so speechless right now. That just looked perfect. I don't know what else there is to say. That just looked so amazing and I need to watch it again. Alright, I'm completely sold and I'm gonna do a breakdown of this. Okay, so the trailer starts off and here we see the GCPD finding and getting the Riddler, but what I'm thinking is that the Riddler's probably way too smart for this, so maybe he's purposely letting them take him in, and it's all part of his big plan of this movie. Next, we see this awesome shot of Jim Gordon with the bat signal, and then there's the great line, which I don't think has ever been said before in any Batman movie or anything like that. It says that the signal isn't just a call, it's a warning. Then we go on to see these goons that seem to have some role in this movie, and they remind me a lot of the goons that are in the Arkham games, but I'm thinking they work for Penguin, because of scenes later that shows Penguin and his goons fighting Batman. I also wanted to mention that it's cool to see Batman using some gadgets in this movie, like the taser right here. That's one thing I'm excited for them to touch upon in this movie, along with his detective skills. Then we see the Batman supposedly talking to the Riddler here, but maybe it's not actually him, because they aren't actually showing his face, because, well, trailers like to throw people off like that. But if it is him, it looks like, even though he's in prison, he made something very bad happen for Batman to be angry like this. Like I said earlier, maybe he purposely got himself locked up in prison, and that it's all part of the big plan. And then we see some shots of Bruce, Selina, and then Colin Farrell, which looks amazing, absolutely amazing as Penguin. I can't believe the makeup looks this good. And then this is the first look at Alfred, and yeah, he looks like an Alfred. Alfred says if you continue, it won't be long till you have nothing left, which is obviously talking about Bruce being Batman, but Bruce responds saying he doesn't care what happens to him. So it looks like Bruce and Alfred will be having a little feud throughout this movie about going out as Batman, which is pretty interesting. And this thing that Bruce is standing in the middle of, I can't really tell you what it is, but what I can say is it's definitely the Riddler's doing. You can see that it says no more lies, which is definitely what the Riddler is angry about and trying to get across to the public. And the thing on the ground is probably a riddle trying to send a message that Bruce is looking at. But now that I'm looking at it, it looks like this might be in the Batcave, and it says the sins of my father. There are actually some rumors about Bruce's parents actually being the center of corruption in Gotham for this Batman, which would be a cool new take on Martha and Thomas Wayne. But that's what I think this is here. Throughout this next bit, we see incredible Batman action of him fighting Penguin's goons and bunches of other guys who probably work for Riddler. And we get to see some of the talk and romance that'll be going on with Bruce and Selina too. But right here I noticed that Selina is pulling out a gun and wearing a wig, going on a heist, most likely because, well, that's what Catwoman does. She's literally a cat burglar. So that's what I think we're seeing there. Next, we see Batman on the top of a building diving off with a glider suit from the cops. We see him in the last trailer going up against the cops too. I know it's been stated that the cops are still unsure if they can trust Batman since this is only Batman Year 2, but it's pretty cool to see the relationship between Batman and the cops build over the movie. Okay, so here we see a very dirty Batman, and I have a theory on this. So earlier in the trailer there's an explosion, and there's another quick scene that goes by a little later where Batman has a flare in the dark and is leading a bunch of people to a safe place. And I'm guessing Batman and these people are trapped under debris from the explosion, and Batman is trying to save them by leading them out. And from being under the debris is why he's so dirty here. Here we see that Riddler is doing some live streams, which is pretty terrifying. And we see Batman punching someone repeatedly here while Selina is looking at him scared. I think this is a pretty cool moment because Selina probably didn't know he had it in him. Then of course the trailer ends with this extremely epic scene of the Penguin so happy that he killed the Batman, only to realize that he didn't, and he gets flipped over watching Batman and this money shot walk towards him with a fire behind him. I gotta say either that car scene or the hallway gun firing scene was my favorite part of this trailer. This was my trailer reaction and breakdown of the Batman trailer, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this type of content on my channel, let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. This is DCSM. Take care.